Have you ever felt like you were screaming underwater, but not a single bubble rose to the surface? That was Ryan's reality. For 22 years, Ryan wasn't bullied. He wasn't hated. He was something worse. He was ignored. In school, when the teacher called out attendance, she would sometimes skip his name by accident. In the cafeteria, he was the guy who had to pull up a chair to a table where there was no space, and nobody moved to make room. He was the friend walking on the sidewalk who always got pushed into the grass when the group got too big. He learned to be quiet. He learned to shrink. He learned that if he didn't speak, nobody would notice he was there. He felt like a ghost in his own life. The worst part? Ryan was painfully average. Average height, average grades, average job. He would scroll through Instagram at night, seeing his friends getting promoted, getting engaged, traveling to Bali. Everyone seemed to be living in high definition, while Ryan felt like he was living in black and white. He started to believe a lie. He told himself, maybe this is it. Maybe some people are born to be stars and I was born to be the background audience. He stopped raising his hand in meetings. He stopped trying to tell jokes. Why bother? Nobody was listening anyway. But life changes in quiet moments. One Tuesday evening, Ryan was sitting in his kitchen. The lights were off. He was just staring at his hands, feeling that familiar heavy weight in his chest. He heard a soft knock. It was his mother. She didn't turn on the lights. She just sat across from him. She looked at him, really looked at him, and said something that shook his world. She whispered, "Ryan, the world is loud, but the most powerful things grow in silence. I see how hard you try, and I am so proud of you." For the first time in 22 years, Ryan didn't feel invisible. He felt seen. And in that moment, a switch flipped. He realized, I don't need the world to look at me. I need to look at myself. That night, Ryan made a pact with himself. No more pity parties. He decided to disappear, but this time on purpose. While his friends were sleeping in, Ryan was up at 5 a.m., not for anyone else, but for himself. He started reading books on leadership. He started exercising. When he drove to work, instead of listening to music, he listened to podcasts about communication and confidence. It wasn't easy. 2 weeks in, he wanted to quit. He thought, I'm working so hard and still nobody notices. But he kept going. He was building a foundation. He practiced speaking in front of the mirror. He fixed his posture. He learned how to look people in the eye. He was building a fire inside, brick by brick. Fast forward 1 year. The quarterly company meeting. The room was packed. The CEO was asking a tough question about a failing project. The room went silent. The loud guys, the popular guys, they were all looking at the floor. Ryan took a breath. He stood up. He didn't shout. He didn't wave his hands. He spoke with a calm, deep authority that he had practiced in the mirror 1,000 times. I believe the issue isn't the product, it's the strategy, and here is how we fix it. Every head turned. For a second, there was shock. Is that Ryan? But then the CEO nodded. Go on. Ryan commanded the room for 10 minutes. When he finished, nobody interrupted. Nobody looked at their phones. He wasn't invisible anymore. He was undeniable. Ryan learned the biggest secret of life that day. You don't get respect by demanding attention. You get respect by becoming someone worth listening to. Work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise.